Let me tell y'all something. This stool that I'm sitting on, that I actually started sitting on when I started filming in my kitchen, when the pipe broke in my room or in the bathroom that's adjacent to my room, it is tearing me up. Y'all didn't come here for me to talk about how my behind is hurting because of this hard stool. You came here for this and this lenticular motion. This is so cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Hey, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So as you just saw, we have the new Nomad Cosmetics palette here, which is Ghost Town, USA. And palettes that have lenticular motion, it does something for me. Like, oh my gosh, look how wonderful this packaging is. It's like I need to just put it back here so y'all can see it, Yeah, maybe I will. Anywho, let me go ahead and introduce myself before I get carried away, which clearly I already am. So, if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're older but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup. But please just call me Ash or Ashley. And eyeshadow is my jam, okay? So, once again, we are talking about the Nomad Cosmetics Ghost Town USA palette. So, clearly, this is giving fall. This is also giving Halloween. And next week, it'll be Christmas. Because obviously, that's the time frame we are on. So this palette actually released, I want to say, August 28th. But it was technically like the 29th. Because it was 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which made it 11 p.m. that Monday night for me. And it retailed for $49. So once you open it up, you have this beautiful color story. Oh my gosh, it's like magic in a palette. Look at this. We have some beautiful shimmers and mattes that correlate with the palette. And in true Nomad fashion, you definitely have individual color stories that are right here presented for you. Or you can just kind of go, mix and match, which I love to do as well. So right here, we actually have the unit carton of the particular palette, and it has the information on the back about the shadows. And it says the destination here is the American Frontier. So if you've never tried anything but Nomad Cosmetics, they're very heavy influenced by travel and different destinations around the world. And it says coordinates, it says haunted towns and abandoned mines. And there's ghosts in them hills. So that is the inspiration. Things to note about the brand, that they are cruelty-free and vegan. And they're asking you if you could please recycle. And they are a proud supporter of the birds of prey at the Paragon Found, okay? So, like I said, the palette is cruelty-free and vegan. There are no parabens in this palette, along with panthophthalates or mineral oil. You'd think I would be able to say panthophthalates a little bit better, considering I'm a pharmacist, but whatever. So, as far as the price, I did mention it's $49. There are several discount codes out there for different influencers. I use my friend Jamila's code. She is I am Jamila here on YouTube, and Jamie Trini on Instagram. It saved me 10%. Or you can use the code of somebody else that you would like to support. But I feel like the packaging, once again, is dope. I have 3 looks for you today. And I can't wait to dive in or show you what I was able to create with this palette. Because, like I said, the color selection is very, very gorgeous. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's go ahead and get started with the first couple looks. So I have my eyebrows filled in. Now, usually it is my Goof Proof pencil in the shade 3.75. But today, I went with something different. I think I have a dud of this particular Goof Proof pencil. I've never had an issue with it, but it's like the color doesn't want to come off. It's dragging across my skin. I can't get any type of color and feeling like I can usually get. So here's the pencil right here that I usually use. But I went in with my highbrow, and this is it's called Quick Draw 2-in-1 Brow Gel and Pencil. This is by the Lip Bar Cosmetics. And I've had this sitting in my drawer because I was supposed to do like a black-owned makeup video in February, but that didn't happen. And I have a lot of black-owned makeup, but I didn't have this brow pencil. And this, like I said, is by the Lip Bar. I picked it up at Target. Super affordable. One end is like this, so kind of very much similar to the Goof Proof pencil that I use all the time. And then on the other side, you do have the brow gel. Now, one thing I did realize, I was like, oh, I don't have a spoolie. And I want to say this is just like in a dark brown shade. So I put a tiny bit of this in my brow as well. And then went ahead and defined it with a little bit of concealer. I use my Fenty concealer in the shade 385 because I like my brows to be kind of like they're defined, but I usually typically use the same concealer. So, you know, sort of same colors concealer. So it's not like that little halo effect over the brows. You know what I mean? Now for eye primer, I'm going in with the Pat McGrath. This is the Intensifies Longwear Primer. And I'm still testing this out. I thought it did really great the last couple of times I've used it. I've worn it out in public, and then I used it in my last video, which was the Mothership 11 video. And I like how it's translucent. So we're going to see how these shadows perform on this particular primer. And I have not used Nomad shadows or any updated Nomad shadows in quite some time. The last palette I bought from them was America's Parks, but I want to say the last palette that I did use in my collection would be the Iceland palette. So I just want to go ahead and just buff this out. I'm going to let this set down. Y'all know I take priming the eyelids very seriously. And we're going to jump in with the palette. I do not know how I want to go. I mean, it's so many options. I just think that this is so cool. And let's see. So many beautiful looks can be made with this palette. Oh my gosh. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. So let's cut the chatter and get started. these looks came out gorgeous. I'm so happy how they turned out. So I did kind of change my hair up because this shirt is kind of, it's a lot going on with it. And with my hair, it just kind of, it was like hair, shirt, whatever. But I put on this cute little headband that I just got. And this headband came from Shein. It was like maybe $4. So I thought it was cool. So I was like, yeah, I love headbands because I like pushing my hair back off of my face. And I love the little decorative notion. And sometimes it keeps me from pulling on my hair, which is, you know, a good thing. But I love how these shadows turned out. The performance was great on top of that Pat McGrath primer. I really wasn't worried about Nomad shadows because I've used them before. But like I said, I think they've had some formula updates. The shimmers were shimming. I did decide to use my Mayron Mixing Medium, so that's what's in here because I don't know if you've ever worked with the actual bottle. It's trash. Hold on. I think my leg is like shaking my camera. I'm sorry if it did for a second. So I have my leg like propped up on the stool to kind of have it elevated because sometimes when I sit in the supine position too long, my left leg bothers me, my shin. I have a spot of necrotic tissue in my shin from like a car accident. The long, short story of it, it was a car accident that was not my fault. And I ended up with fat necrosis in my shin. And it's just still a little left. And this happened in 2018. And sometimes, like if I just sit too long with my legs just down on the floor, it starts kind of swelling and it hurts. So I have my leg like extended on a like little step stool, but obviously I was a little bit too close to the camera. But like I said, I have this as Mayron Mixing Medium in here for a spray bottle for more convenient use because I don't know if you've ever dealt with just trying to opening the tap and like trying to dip your brush in, a hot mess. So, yes, let's talk about my face details real quick. I decided to go in with my Nars foundation. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Caracas. And I took their concealer, which is the Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel, to go in. And I did not set my concealer today. For bronzer, I went in with this Georgio Armani Luminous Silk Glow Liquid Bronzer. This is one of the deeper shades that they have. I think it's just deep. But I think it's just really, really pretty. It gives a nice little glow to the skin. For my cheeks, I grabbed my Blend Bunny Bare Cheeks palette and took kind of like a combination of these two purple shades. And topped it off with my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminating Highlighting combo or quad or duo. It's a duo in the shade Nude Light. So I just kind of mixed the two together, as you can see where the little indentation marks are. And one of my favorite lip combos, which is by Blend Bunny as well. This is their matte lip cream in the shade Dow House with the matching lip liner. These came together for like $16. Beautiful. Love this particular mauve lip. That's my favorite mauve lip combo. So far I feel like the looks came out great. The shadows, they do have a nice shimmer to them. And they lay down well. I just kind of started using my finger with majority of the shadows, metallic shadows, just kind of across the board. And then I'll go in and fine tune what I want with a brush. But beautiful, the mattes, oh my gosh, they blended so well. They had a tendency to look a tiny bit ashy, this one and this one, but once you layered them on top with the deeper shades, it really worked out. And I can't wait to do another look. This palette is really, really giving and really making me excited. So let's go ahead and jump in with another look. I'll be right back. I love this like lenticular motion. It's so cute. third and final look. I've been sitting here. I was about to close out the video. I said, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell so you know I come out with another video. And I look at the camera. I never hit the record button. Well, luckily I didn't get too far. But this is the third and final look. I love how it came out. And I think it is just, whew, sorry, my leg is killing me. I think it is just absolutely gorgeous how this came out. The blendability of these shadows was just perfect. I was able to go ahead and pop in with that inner crease. I had lots of pigment with the Skinner's Saloon shade right here, and then topped it off with the Stagecoach Mary. Now that one, I would say that you could definitely tell it was a different shade, but they kind of looked a little close together. I thought it would give a little bit more murkier green. And then Dead Man's Hand, oh, just a beautiful, beautiful teal. So I used all the mattes in this palette, and I found that they blend out very well. The only matte that I did not use was this particular shade right here, which was called Calamity Jane. And the shimmers, oh my gosh. The shimmers in the palette have been an absolute joy. They are very well pressed, but they're not too hard where you can't pick it up, but they do have like a little bit of stickiness, I would say, to them. And they definitely work well, I would say, with your finger, and then kind of going ahead and maybe using a little Mayron mixing medium or spray to just kind of get that even more like luxurious pop on the eye. Now, Smoky Quartz is just a beautiful like taupey, and it has some reflex of pink and purple in there. I also see it Ghost Train, so those two pair very well. I'm also interested to see how Smoky Quartz is going to pair with like the more brown shades or the more neutral shades. But I feel like you get so many options with this palette. Like, you have a bunch of neutral options that you can use right here. And then you also have like, you can go into the day to night with the palette. I really appreciate this color story because I feel like it works well no matter what type of skin complexion you have, because these are like cool tones that work, especially on my very golden, red, yellow skin complexion. I just enjoy this. I enjoy the murky tones. I enjoy the color curation of this particular palette. I'm enjoying the packaging. I think it even makes like the shades here pop out even more. And this is just such a fun release. Like, this is giving Halloween, but like I can pull this out anytime because I know it's just not going to be geared with those particular colors. I just think it's really on par. And I know Nomad has really been killing it with the packaging. The lenticular motion on there is so fun as well. And even the unicarton stays in theme. I'm trying to decide, like, am I going to keep the unicarton? I don't know. But I love everything about it. So for $49, I feel like this is a great buy. Like I said, I use a discount code. I use my friend Jamila to get 10% off. Super fast shipping. So I just feel like if you're eyeing it, like, this is one that you should kind of pick up, because I feel like the mattes, I haven't tried Nomad in a moment. I know people have been saying it's been better, but the mattes were like, ooh, like they're buttery smooth. I also feel like, you know, they work very well with that Pat McGrath primer that I just used. And so you were able to just get like the full scope of the mattes versus like kind of eating the color with some of the other primers that I would typically use. But I think everything just meshed so well together. I do want to point out that for this particular eye look and the previous eye looks, I used these particular pencils in my waterline. So this one is going to be the Amethyst pencil by Danessa Myers. And for this particular look, I went here with the inner corner. And then I took this navy blue pencil by El Maquillage and put it on the outside. And I feel like both of them look really great together, and it's just really tied the look together. This is just giving denim on denim on denim queen to me. And I am really here for it. So please let me know, what is your favorite look? Let me know down below. I must say that this is my favorite look, and then after that, I love the eye that I had over here with the second look with the chartreuse shimmer, because, you know, something about chartreuse, it does something to me. Okay, leave me a comment down below, give this video a big old thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be soon, and subscribe to my channel, because, you know, I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chat. Hey, 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 chat. Chat. Hey, hey, chat. All right, y'all. Bye.